What's up, guys? I'm at Outbreak Fest, and I'm with Long Goodbye. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, good man, good man. This is your first Outbreak Fest.
It is indeed,
how,
yeah.
How are you feeling? 'Cause you're set tomorrow.
Yeah,
so,
it is, yeah, 5:30.
How are you feeling about that?
Really excited, really excited.
After watching Final Resting Place, I know I keep forgetting that. Yeah, especially after watching Final Resting Place, like getting to see that room go off, it's like, oh, it's gonna be cool tomorrow, like so.
Yeah, I've been coming here since I was like 18, so it's quite cool to be able to finally play.
Bit like a dream come true kind of thing.
Totally.
Yeah. So who else are you planning to catch while you're here?
Weapon X.
Okay.
Weapon X tomorrow is
going
to be crazy. Slow Dive.
Yeah.
Slow Dive's going to be crazy. There's loads of bands, to be honest. It's lineup stacked.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Mental. But Final Resting Place was the band.
The band.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and got to see that, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
So stoked.
Cool.
Stoked.
Cool. So you guys are, in a grand scheme of things, a brand new band.
Yeah.
So for people who are kind of like checking you guys out, who don't really know who you guys are, how did Long Goodbye form? How did that all start?
Me and you, I think, a little while ago. I know. A little while ago, we were in other couple of bands, and we kind of like just wanted to do kind of what we were listening to growing up when we first met and stuff. When we were in college, we were listening to like a lot of like Norma Jean, Unbroken Wings, Converge, and it was one of them where it started off as like a bedroom project, didn't it? And then we were having that much fun with it. We were just like, oh well, why are we doing other things? Like, why not just make this the focus? So
Yeah, it's a passion project. We just love 2000s and 90s metalcore.
Right.
So like, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, I think as well, like that kind of era and like classic metalcore, old school metalcore, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of like really got a bit of a resurgence recently, I think, especially with like labels like the Coming Strife and you guys are
of
on
course.
that. So what do you think is the reason for that? Like, you guys kind of pushing that forward as well, but
I think for me, I feel like it's almost, well, from our perspective, we were really into this when we were kids. As we've got older and we've been through so many bands and done loads of different genres, we've just finally let's go back to what we're doing, what we're loving. I feel it could be potentially that as well.
I think it's the same case too. Like if you look at a lot of the ages of a lot of the people who were like around the time it kind of seemed to kick off in the UK, it's like I think it's had enough time that it's that cycle of like, it's like 20-year cycle, isn't it? They say about a lot of genres. It's like everyone's kind of going back to panic chords. So I think we were just lucky that it seemed that at the time we were getting back into it, everyone else was our age was like, oh yeah, no, Norma Jean, you know what I mean? Cool.
And everyone loves breakdowns. So.
Exactly, and just parts of the mosh too, and you guys have got plenty of them, haven't you? So So I think if I've read correctly, like the name partly comes from an Unbroken Wings, but also comes from a Scarborough painting. Is that right?
Yeah, it's my family loves Scarborough.
Right.
It's just like always been a thing, like escape for my family.
Okay.
And there's a painting called The Long Goodbye of, I think it's like an old theatre, and my parents actually have a print of it in the living room.
Okay.
And it was a special place to me growing up, and I remember seeing that, and I remember writing it down and being like, oh, that's quite a cool name.
Right.
And then obviously we'll listen to loads of Unbroken Wings, as we do usually, and I was like, well, The Long Goodbye. But, you know what I mean? It's all a long goodbye. So
Yeah.
Long Goodbye.
Fair enough. Well, as someone who's never been to Scarborough, why should I go? Can you sell it to me?
It's just a nice seaside.
Fair enough.
Lost Boys. It reminds me of the start of like, Lost Boys. That sort of seaside town.
It's vibe. It's got a cool skate park. Harry Bob's skate park's cool.
Yeah.
Nice seaside.
Kind of like, have you been to Blackpool? Is it kind of like that?
Never been to Blackpool.
No.
I can't report much about it, but I have been.
I think one side's a bit like Blackpool, the south side, and the north side's chill.
Right.
I like the north side.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, Blackpool, it's kind of like it's like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Like all the shops are like, you've got a rock shop, and then you've got
in fairness,
and then you've got
the south side exactly the same.
It's the same. Okay.
Yeah, very much.
Fair enough.
I like Scarborough. It's nice.
Yeah. So you guys put out your debut EP towards the end of last year as well.
Yes.
I used to dream of drowning. That's it. Yep. How did that all come together? What was the process of writing and recording that?
To be fair, actually writing it was strange because we went through different variations of it, didn't we? We wrote loads of different songs, and eventually we just settled on these songs. We were writing for a while.
It was it was a good, like, I think we from the start of us starting to like get together, because before it was like a band, I think we had like 6 months of just us in a room kind of like hanging
just jamming,
out.
basically.
And just kind of like doing stuff for fun. And I think after about 6 months was when we were like, oh, I think we've got enough that we could, turn it into something. And then obviously as it does, it changed on, didn't it? But yeah, we did, I think we wrote it over probably about a year, and then we had about 6 months of, we recorded it all ourselves, which was the first time we'd done that with one of my good friends, Ben, who I work with at a studio.
Okay.
So that took a little while, but that was really fun getting to kind of have like a hand in all the different sides of it.
Yeah.
And then just like once it all come together, obviously got in touch with Ollie, who you knew, and then that was kind of like when it started to turn into a proper band, basically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I remember shooting Ollie the demos because I had another band at the time, and we were on Become and Strife. And I think we just said, let's shoot Ollie and see if he rates it. And he does. So it's cool.
Yeah. It seems to be sitting really well with like the metalcore and hardcore fans. I mean, Outbreak, so it's really sat well. Like
really lucky.
Yeah.
Really lucky. In all honesty, after being a band for a year and a half, getting asked to play this is crazy to me.
Not only that, like you've played with Poison the Well and Caesar's Cowboy and kind of actually like all big names, like in such a short space of time, that should be like so.
I think, other than like Converge and like a couple other ones, like we were really lucky that a lot of the ones we were really into, we got to play with pretty quick.
And we're touring at the same time.
Yeah, and it was like I think it was, like you say, just a bit of a sort of things aligning, I guess, wasn't it? So
I'd definitely say it's all luck. All very lucky.
Well, how do you guys feel about all that? Like it coming, like being as successful as it is so quickly after putting the EP out and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. It's a hard one. I think, in all honesty, I'm just really grateful to play shows.
Yeah.
That's it. If people like it, I'm stoked.
That's a bonus, isn't it? So,
if people don't like it, I'm stoked because I'm getting to do what I'm happy doing.
Yeah.
I think for me too, it's one of those things where because it didn't start with the intent of being a band, I think because originally it was just something for us to kind of do like as mates.
Bit of fun, yeah.
I think it was one of them where like it was like a nice sort of safety net where we weren't going into it like, oh, I hope people like it and stuff. But to have that reaction without worrying about it is just like, I don't know, it's really grateful, really.
Yeah.
And obviously, hopefully people like other stuff we do as much. So
Yeah. Well, speaking of other stuff, you put a new song out yesterday, Fix the Memory.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that song.
Well, I'm trying to think how much we can say. We've been, since we've wrote the last stuff, we've been writing a lot.
Right.
We've wrote a lot of songs, and it's we're being very careful about what we put out because at the end of the day, for us, it's passion. We're not just trying to throw things out. So it's been over a year now since we released the EP, and we've had a lot of these songs, to be honest, since before that.
Right.
But we're just wanting to perfect them and, make sure we're 100%, but Fix the Memory is one of the ones that I think we're definitely most proud of. That one's was mostly written by Ryan, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, Ryan, but obviously we've all had a part in it, but when he sent that demo in, I was like, we need to put this out.
There's definitely like a fair bit coming though. There'll be quite a bit more material out this year.
Right.
I'd say probably as much as we can probably give away.
Right. So there's new music. We just can't say in what form or when it's coming.
We don't know really when we haven't fully decided yet. But,
right.
But yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And what else have you guys got planned for the rest of the year so far?
We're playing Burn It Down Festival.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. It's hard off the top of the head, isn't it?
Kind of what we've got booked in.
Yeah, we've got some shows booked. There's a lot of like one-offs and some fests, and we're kind of mainly preparing for. I think now it's preparing for the next lot of music to come out, preparing for shows around that. After tomorrow, we're doing a couple of days with Contention.
Cool.
Off the bat of this, so that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, I think we're kind of just trying to mainly focus on music, getting new stuff out.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Any final words before I let you go and enjoy the rest of Outbreak?
Come to Outbreak. It's sick. Big up Northeast Hardcore. Big up Become and Strife. Conviction Records. Oh yeah.
A lot of the same.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, man. Yeah.